The most groundbreaking archaeological discovery since the Dead Sea Scrolls has just been unearthed. But what makes this find so extraordinary, and what secrets might it hold? Think you know everything about the early church? What if I told you this revelation could change your perspective forever? We all witnessed the impact of the Dead Sea Scrolls on history and faith, an event some called a biblical miracle. Now, a mosaic has been discovered with an inscription referencing Jesus Christ, believed to date back to around 230 AD. This could be the earliest evidence supporting the idea of Christians recognizing Jesus as a divine figure. You might be familiar with the Council of Nicaea. For those who aren't, it was a meeting of Christian bishops convened in the ancient city of Nicaea by Roman Emperor Constantine I. What's astonishing is that this mosaic predates the council, proving that Christians were not just talking about Jesus but affirming his divinity in the very places they worshipped. This discovery challenges the claim made by some Unitarians that the divinity of Jesus was a later invention driven by political pressures and formalized through church councils. The mosaic, however, suggests otherwise. If you're wondering how this is possible, buckle up, we're about to dive deeper into the story. This remarkable mosaic was actually discovered in 2005, but the inscription wasn't uncovered until later. How did it come to light? It all began in 2004 when plans were made to build a new wing at the Megiddo prison. As part of the process, the Israeli Antiquities Authority conducted an excavation to ensure there were no hidden treasures at the site. What they found changed everything. Beneath the prison, they discovered the mosaic floor of an ancient prayer hall. The site had been abandoned long ago and remained remarkably well preserved. Archaeologists believe no one lived there after the prayer hall was left behind. This discovery not only enriches our understanding of early Christian history but also opens the door to new interpretations of how Jesus was viewed by his earliest followers. Stay with us as we delve into the details. You won't want to miss this next part. Initially, this site was identified as the oldest Christian prayer house ever discovered. While church buildings became common in the 4th century, early Christian worship often took place in homes, believed to be the heart of their communities. The Israeli Antiquities Authority, IAA, confirmed that this structure is likely the world's oldest Christian prayer hall, offering a glimpse into Christianity before it became an official religion. What makes this discovery even more fascinating is an inscription that reads, "To the God Jesus Christ." This is a significant find, as it provides the earliest evidence of Jesus being worshipped as a divine figure. The site, rich with artifacts, prompted an extensive excavation operation that lasted several years, continuing until 2008. Interestingly, the excavation involved prisoners at the Megiddo prison, which was built directly above the site. Matthew Adams, the director of the excavation, shared their initial excitement when they realized they had found the prayer hall. However, that excitement was tempered by the challenge of working beneath a maximum security prison. Due to these complications, plans were made to relocate the prison entirely. This move would allow archaeologists to conduct a thorough excavation, preserve the site, and eventually open it to the public as a historical landmark. Now, let's talk about the significance of the mosaic's inscriptions. Among the 3 inscriptions discovered, the one on the western side stood out the most. It reads, "The God-loving Imus has offered this inscription." These and other inscriptions highlight the devotion of early Christians and offer invaluable insights into their beliefs and practices. If you've made it this far, you're clearly fascinated by history and archaeology. Why not join our community, where you can access exclusive content and be the first to see our latest discoveries? Check out the link in the description or the pinned comment to learn more. The inscription found on the mosaic mentions the table of God Jesus Christ as a memorial. This suggests that the early Christian church believed Jesus was divine. The table, likely used for local Eucharist celebrations, was offered by a woman named Al. Critics have often argued that Jesus was not considered a god during ancient times. However, this inscription directly contradicts those claims. It explicitly refers to God Jesus Christ, leaving little room for doubt. This piece of evidence strongly indicates that early Christians did, in fact, believe in Jesus' divinity. It also reinforces the Bible's credibility and challenges the skeptics' narrative that Jesus' divine status was a later development far removed from his lifetime. On the northern side of the mosaic, another inscription was discovered. It mentions a Roman centurion named Gannus, also called Porus, our brother, who donated money for the construction of the prayer hall. Archaeologists uncovered another fascinating detail: the Christian prayer hall was located in an ancient Jewish village positioned near a Roman legion camp and a Byzantine city. The Israeli Antiquities Authority, IAA, explained that this discovery provides archaeological evidence of an early Christian community that included Roman army officers. This dates to a time before Christianity was officially recognized as a religion and long before it became the Roman Empire's official faith under Emperor Constantine. These findings open up new questions about how Christianity developed before Constantine's era and the relationship between the Roman army and the early Christian community. Traditionally, it's been believed that Roman authorities were entirely hostile to Christianity. However, the evidence here suggests there may have been some level of acceptance or tolerance toward the religion, even among Roman officials. Archaeologists also learned that the area where the prayer hall was discovered was home to a diverse population, including people from different cultures and religions, not just Romans. These discoveries shed new light on early Christian practices, the relationship between the Roman Empire and the Church, and the multicultural dynamics of the region at the time. They provide invaluable insights into a pivotal period in religious history, rewriting much of what we previously believed about the early days of Christianity. The excavation revealed that Christians lived alongside Jewish and Samaritan residents in the village. Dr. Joten Tier told the Jerusalem Post, "Through these excavations, we've uncovered connections between Samaritans, Jews, pagans, Christians, soldiers, and civilians." Having neighborhoods of such diverse religions and ethnicities living in close proximity is truly unique. Their homes were side by side, suggesting good relationships. This makes the site a fascinating place to study the interactions between different religions, offering important contributions to our understanding of history. The Eastern inscription on the mosaic honors 4 women: Pryla, Kaka, Dortha, and Casta. However, the specific reason for their mention remains unclear. Nearby, images of fish were also found. In ancient times, the fish symbol represented Christianity. In Greek, the letters of the word for fish, ichthyes, form an acronym for Jesus Christ, Son of God, Savior. The fish symbol also connects to the story of Jesus calling Peter and Andrew, fishermen, to become fishers of men, Matthew 4 verses 18 to 20. Megiddo, where the prayer hall was discovered, is one of the oldest settlements in the Middle East, dating back to 5000 BC. Known for its rich history, it was fortified by King Solomon and remembered for numerous battles. It also holds prophetic significance in the Book of Revelation as the site of the final battle between good and evil. Today, Megiddo is quiet and unoccupied, with only a small kibbutz focused on agriculture. But in ancient times, it was a bustling hub of activity and religious significance. Early Christians here believed in the divinity of Jesus and practiced their faith long before it was formalized by councils like Nicaea. Archaeological evidence now confirms that early Christians weren't merely speaking about Jesus as God, they lived and preserved their beliefs. This challenges skeptics who claimed that the doctrine of Jesus' divinity was a later development. Instead, these findings show that the core tenets of Christianity were deeply rooted in early Christian practices and communities. The inscription found in the mosaic provides undeniable evidence that archaeologists and historians had been searching for. This discovery didn't just confirm a long-debated point, it illuminated how ancient people believed in and worshipped Jesus Christ. The significance of this finding goes beyond its historical value. It reshapes our understanding of early Christian practices and beliefs, offering new insights into a time when Christianity was still in its infancy. For centuries, skeptics and historians have debated whether the early Christians truly believed in the divinity of Jesus Christ or if that belief evolved later under political or societal pressures. This mosaic, however, offers tangible proof that the belief in Jesus' divinity existed as early as 230 AD, well before the formalization of Christian doctrines in councils like Nicaea. The inscription explicitly references God Jesus Christ, leaving no doubt about the devotion of these early Christians. It also emphasizes how they preserved their beliefs through worship, art, and community practices, even in times when Christianity was not officially recognized and was often persecuted. This discovery doesn't just rewrite history, it deepens our understanding of the faith and resilience of these early believers. It shows us that their faith was not a product of political agendas or later reinterpretations but was rooted in their lived experiences and convictions. The mosaic also challenges preconceived notions about the early church. Its location in a village shared by Jews, Samaritans, pagans, and Roman soldiers speaks to the diversity of the region and the interactions between different faiths and cultures. This mingling of communities raises important questions about how Christianity developed in such a complex environment and how it coexisted with other religions during its early stages. Additionally, the mosaic's fish symbol holds great significance in ancient Christianity. The fish, or ichthys in Greek, was more than just an icon, it was a secret symbol of faith during times of persecution. Each letter of ichthys forms an acronym for Jesus Christ, Son of God, Savior. The fish also connects to the biblical story of Jesus calling Peter and Andrew to become fishers of men, Matthew 4 verses 18 to 20, symbolizing their mission to spread his teachings. The archaeological site at Megiddo itself is steeped in history, dating back to 5000 BC. Known for its strategic importance and rich cultural layers, it has been a crossroads of civilizations for millennia. The Book of Revelation identifies Megiddo as the prophesied site of the final battle between good and evil, further cementing its significance in both biblical history and prophecy. Today, while Megiddo may appear as a quiet, unoccupied area with only a small kibbutz, this discovery highlights its historical importance. The prayer hall and its inscription show that the early Christians were not just talking about their faith, they were living it, carving it into the very fabric of their community. So, what do you think about this groundbreaking discovery? Does it challenge or reinforce what you believed about Christianity and its origins? Do you think this mosaic provides enough evidence to confirm that early Christians viewed Jesus as divine? Share your thoughts and perspectives in the comments. We'd love to hear what you think about how this discovery reshapes history and faith.